and welcome to Edit the Darkroom on Adorama TV. I'm Ruth Medjber, and joining me on the show today, we have music video director Brendan Canty. Brendan, thank you so much for joining me today.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're very welcome. So maybe can you give us a little bit of an insight into what it is you do?
Okay, well, firstly, I'm a video director. That's my main thing. And I work under the name Feel Good Lost. But I also have a company under that name, and we make videos sometimes. We are kind of involved in the music industry. We have a little label, so we release kind of acts. Because I make music videos a lot, so we know a lot of acts and we find new acts, and sometimes we like songs enough that we release them, do videos for them and stuff. And we also have a little management company. When I say we, it's me and Barry O'Donoghue, this guy. And yeah, we manage an act called Talos.
Wow. So you're managing and then releasing music and doing the videos as well?
I'm kind of doing artwork and photography as well, all thrown in as well. Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
So
can't do one thing.
Would you, because your photography is great, it's on par with your videography, and would you consider yourself a photographer turned videographer director, or?
No, I definitely consider myself a director that turned into a photographer, I think.
Cool.
I wouldn't, even though I have shot some stuff myself, I wouldn't say I'm a cinematographer.
How did you start out then?
I started out making sketches in like transition year, or like a short film I got involved with in transition year in school, and I just had such a laugh doing it. And the friends I made from that are like still really good friends. It was just such a buzz. So I continued making sketches and continued wanting that buzz, and just being on set is just a lot of fun. So I kept making videos, and then through, we had a class in college called experimental video, and we had to, as part of that, we had to make an experimental music video out of to an instrumental track of our choice. And I picked a track from a band called Broken Social Scene off their album Feel Good Lost. It's my first ever music video I made, and it worked out really well, and then I took that name.
Wow.
Yeah. And in college I did multimedia in CIT, so it was kind of, it was alright.
It's definitely multimedia.
It's definitely multimedia, yes, and
yeah.
It was very helpful. Like, I hated web design in the course, and I thought I was crap at it, but when I came out of it, I was able to design my website and stuff like that. So. And
everyone needs that, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've kind of a basic knowledge in lots of stuff to be able to get away with.
And would you do, or did you start off doing a lot of the editing and things like that yourself?
Always, yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, I'm even thinking back to the Cert 1 video where there's like doodles and stuff. I love that.
Cool.
That's great. I mean, it's where there's like drawings or animation in the video and things. Would you have been doing that?
No, that would have been taken from like friends stuff, or just stop motion stuff that we put together. So we would have taken like a lot of photos of graffiti around the city, or graffiti in like books and stuff like that, and just like frame by frame cutting between them all. We projected that in the Pav in Cork on the back wall, and had him standing in front of it, and he was kind of silhouetted, or we used his shadow in the thing. Wow, that's
throwing you back there. I've done my research.
You have, wow.
But tell us then when, so obviously you would have made the leap then from you on your own as under the name Feel Good Lost into this massive company, right? I mean, it's got to be more than just you these days.
Yeah, it's, well, it was me and a guy called Canon for a while, and we did everything together. He was kind of like my one-man production team, and we kind of went around and did stuff together. So Barry came on board then and built it as a business properly, and put structure behind everything. It was like a dream. Like, if that didn't happen, I don't know what, you know, I would have had to have grown up, you know. Yeah,
I need a Barry in my life.
Everyone needs a Barry in their life. No, he's been amazing, and he's also not just like a business dude. He's like an A&R for Sony, and he runs his own record labels.
So someone that you could trust and you can hand over control to.
I don't think there was anyone else in Ireland who could have done what he did, and so it was kind of a right person, right time sort of thing.
Wow. And then tell me a bit then about, say when a band comes to you and they're looking to book a video shoot. I mean, where do you even start? Do you pick up every band that has a budget and work with them?
No, there's no real answer to this. It's just it changes every single time. So sometimes I might get sent a track by the band, and I might love it, and I might want to do the video, and it could, like, I'm making a video at the weekend for my friend, and there's like, the budget is just what she can afford, like a few £100, you know, but I'm happy to do it because it's amazing, and I believe in her and her music and stuff like that, and it'll be good for me as well. But then there's sometimes you get like I pitched on a Zara Larsson video, and that was like 150 grand budget then. I know, and that maybe like, the song's pretty good, but if the budget was small, I wouldn't have done it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, but this, like, it's just commercial budgets, like, and but the song was good enough as well. Like, you know, it was so.
So you're kind of going with your own discretion, your own taste, and.
But normally, like, I turn down a serious amount of work. I probably frustrate my production companies a lot, but I'm constantly like, no.
Really?
Yeah, I'm very picky.
Well, is that just to maintain a certain kind of quality level?
Yeah, I think so. I also think I find it hard to get inspired if I don't like the song or something like that as well. But it's always being selective about what you do and what you make is super important if you want to be a certain type of director. As in, like, every director aspires to do a certain type of video, and I 100% believe the only way to get there is by just trying as hard as you can to do the work that you just want to do. Or else you're going to compromise yourself. And it's like, directing is all about reputation. So you just constantly have to be turning out good work and work that just is you all over, like, you know what I mean?
Wow.
And developing, or else, as I said, you're just going to be compromised.
Yeah. I mean, you do pick up, like everyone else, you do pick up the odd, like, ad and commercial work and that kind of stuff.
And I love doing that. You
do
know?
you?
Again, I turn down ads as well, like that. I just have no.
Yeah.
I just don't get the idea. But there's some ads which, like, the ads I've done I've been super lucky. Like, I did a Budweiser ad with Conor McGregor, and it was just a lot of fun, and it was stressful, but it was brilliant, and it was brilliant meeting him and stuff like that. And then I did a Sky Sports ad, and they were just good ads. They were just great ads to do, and they obviously are like, they pay you, you know what I mean? They properly pay you. So you can go away, and I can do 3 Talos videos this year, which is kind of costs me money, but they allow me to do that, you know?
Yeah.
So
with the Talos videos, or with your friend at the weekend, you kind of have full creative control to try out things that you want to do, and then in the ads, not that you can't do that, but you still put your own style on your ads. I mean, particularly the Conor McGregor one. You
can, and they obviously, you've pitched on it, and you've pitched to do it in your way. Now that can become compromised along the way, because there's a lot of people involved in the process, like people from the ad agency, the clients. You know, there's a lot of voices in there. So, like, with ads, it's kind of like, it's a challenge it's like a constant battle to keep your idea on track, or just make sure it comes out good, you know. There's a lot of politics and stuff as well. But I know it can be very frustrating, but it's kind of enjoyable. It's totally different.
It's challenging, I'm sure, but that's why you probably love it as well.
Peacekeeping and stuff, and just playing a game. But
business skills, you got it.
Business skills, yeah.
And then, okay, on the flip side, then you're working with a band, you've got full creative control. Where do you start? Where's the ideas and the narratives and everything come from?
Changes all the time. It always starts from the song. It always starts from listening to the song and seeing what inspires you. Sometimes bands will give like a brief, or or a label will give a brief being like, we want the video. And sometimes it's quite specific, or sometimes like and sometimes it's quite loose. It's normally loose enough, like, we want a narrative, we want the artist featured, we don't want the artist featured. Whatever we think, they might give reference videos, like, we like this James Blake video, we like that, or we like this. And normally they've picked you for your work anyway, so you can kind of stick with the style that you can. And then you just listen to the track, and it might take, sometimes the best ones come to you in like a few minutes. Sometimes it takes days, or you might come up with half an idea and it takes days to figure it out or whatever. But it changes every single time. So would there be a lot of back and forth between you and the band or the label then, in terms of you providing shot lists? Would they have any kind of creative control into it? You don't necessarily need to go into that much detail on music videos. If you did, it would be for yourself, I would think. Now, with every music video, when it comes to a label anyway, you need to submit a treatment, but that's normally to win the job, and then that's normally quite loose though. Well, sometimes you can be more specific in it. This is your pitch to win it anyway. But when you've got the job, then they will come back with a lot of questions, how are you going to do this and that, so you need to give them answers. But I classically don't really like storyboarding. It's never been my style. I probably should be my style more. But I'm quite loose with stuff like that. When it comes to commercials, then you have to storyboard, because you have to walk the clients through what they're paying for and stuff like that. So even if you are going to do it a bit more loose, you kind of have to do that to to calm everyone down.
You want to set their like mind at ease then.
Yeah.
Okay, so storyboards for the win for commercials. Cool. And then, so if you're shooting a music video, like how long is the whole process? Even from like the start till the very end when it hits YouTube?
So like I'd come up with an idea that could take me maybe a week to come through things, and you start planning the production and you get your crew set, you pick a date, you find a location. So that could take another week. So maybe 2 weeks and then an extra week to edit, that's 3, and then the 4th week it goes up on YouTube. I mean, that's kind of how you can do it. I've done it in shorter times and I've done it in longer times. Normally with labels, we'd be like, we need the music video by this date, and there's no leeway. And then you deliver the video to them and you mightn't hear from them in like 2 weeks. And you're like, what was all that panic about? Like, you were there stressing your...
But that's still a really quick turnaround time. And is that you working full time for 4 weeks on this project?
No, I mean, pretty much, but you'd definitely be doing other things. Well, I would anyway.
You'd have to be, right?
It would, considering what I do, yeah, all the time, which is kind of, I love doing it, but sometimes I wonder, does it hold me back a small bit from just developing as just a director? But I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Well, that's all we have for this episode, but subscribe to the Adorama YouTube channel because I'm going to be chatting to Brendan some more next time. If you'd like to brush up on your own photography skills, check out the Adorama Learning Centre. Thanks, and I'll see you again soon.